Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you had a good week and all that jazz. Another quick week on the channel. But we've got through some really nice bands this week, I would say. Bunch of cool bands to check out. Some good views on the videos as well. Now I'm going to keep that up today as well. It's got 3 dope bands to check out. New bands to the channel as well. And after last week's video of checking out those new metalcore bands and the fresh stuff that's coming out, really dug it. I want to do that stuff more often. So I've got 3 bands today. Super modern, fresh metalcore stuff. All with high quality videos and stuff as well. Very nice. The first band is called Bitter Breath. We're all over the world today as well, I should mention. Where's this first band from? These first guys are from America, from Nashville, Tennessee. The second band are from Sydney, Australia and Melbourne. And then the third band are from Germany as well. So we're covering 3 continents today with the video, literally worldwide. This is Bitter Breath with Soon We'll All Disappear. Watch out if you're sensitive. Cool to see that in the band. Great bass tone. Dope. super enjoyable. Man, these Fresh bands sound absolutely killer. And they've brought freshness to the table as well, which is I really like. These bands are pushing the metal scene on in a fresh way, in my opinion, not just regurgitating the past and just kind of, pulling from the past in all those ways. These guys are new and fresh. Guitar tones, let these guys play different riffs that have ever been able to be played. These guys really showed that nicely. Bauman single string stuff, all that squealing and wailing with a really tight gate to it, so there's no string noise or anything like that. It's real direct, straight into your ears with a digital edge to it. Sounds absolutely dope, absolutely slaps you around the ears as well. Sick. Nice bass tone in this one as well. You could hear all the elements of the band nicely. Sick drumming in this one. Loved what the drummer did with this. Whereas I complained about the drummer in the previous video this week, this guy is what I was telling that other drummer to do. Spicing it up, mixing it up, changing the beats, changing the grooves, dropping you into the next section nicely. Ghost notes, cool, long rolls down the toms that slam you into the next section. Blast beats and stuff in there, which is really nice to hear in metalcore. And we are starting to hear that more and more often. So sick. Absolutely dope band. Heavy vocal as well, loud and powerful. Love to see the, I don't know what that is, an electric cello or something in there. Sounded great, different. Don't normally hear that in this kind of music. So these guys have got a lot going on. A nice high quality video to go with it. Can't ask for anything more. So Bitter Breath, next time you put out a video, send it over. We'll happily give it a spin. Next band we got to check out. These guys are from Australia. These are together in Tragedy. The track is called Ghostmourne. Let's give it a spin. These new guitar tones just sound dope.
I'm not feeling well at all. That's why it's on your song. You should just bury me. Let me happening to turn. Wallowing inside my head. This is the worst I've done in years. Don't follow me down this path I need, cause we'll both disappear. I will hold you in my heart, keep you with me wherever I go. As long as I have our memories, I know I'm not alone. I am overwhelmed by my mind in decay. Cannot escape its sleep, you're just my life here to stay. Why you still me? Where else you wanna go? The ghosts in my head echo of your silhouette. They whisper in my ears, I make things that went away. Left me a ghost emotionally, your shadow overlays.
Man, those guitars are so heavy.
Self-sabotage, I hate the night. Stay awake with tired eyes and push away the pain. Reminded of my failures, try to tell myself that I know weak. After weeks, after hours, I still can barely speak.
That's just one string as well. It's not like it's a fat chord. Just bounding on one string. It's crazy. a massive sound. Dope. And that was one of the heaviest guitar tones I've ever heard in my life. And that was all, as far as I could tell, mostly done on one string as well. Which makes it even more ridiculous because it wasn't like it was fat, chunky power chords and thick and layered up guitars. It was just booming on one string. Holy shit. If the band, if Together in Tragedy, if you're watching the video, the guitarist watching the video, just let us know what amps and stuff you've used to get that tone, because that was a ridiculously massive tone. The way it was mixed as well was just crazy. I mean, these modern bands just sound absolutely amazing in my opinion. They slap you around the head with the sound, but what this one showed as well is they can be super heavy, loud, thick, chunky and blasting, but still have a soft, atmospheric, wailing, creepy edge to it that isn't just totally blown out by the massiveness of the guitars and drums and vocals and everything else. The mixers still find a space for that stuff in there. Man, that's dope, because I can't think how to do it. I wouldn't be able to mix a track with this kind of sound because I don't know how to make the space for that much guitar and drums and loudness and heaviness, but actually still have a load of room for an atmospheric side with a softness and a clear and a clarity to it. You know, when my mixes get as loud as that with the guitars, there's no room for anything else because it's just like guitar. So man, the modern mixers nowadays are absolutely killing it and bringing to life this kind of music with these tones and these riffs and all the rest of it with just a crazy, amazing sounding mix as well. You know, the mixers and the bands now really go hand in hand, and that's why you see a lot of bands doing their own mixing, or at least knowing how their way around a DAW, so that when they go to the studio, you know, they've got some rough mixes going and they can really show the mixer what they're doing and have a hand in it all, rather than just, you know, we don't know what we're doing here. So yeah, it really works hand in hand with the mixing and with the band nowadays to get this massive, ridiculous sound. Sounds amazing. The last band we're going to check out today is called the Oklahoma Kid, although they're from Germany. The track is called Waldsterben. Let's get it on the screen. Finish with these guys. Always a nice bounce and groove in these bands as well. You really get into it. Am I afraid of doing what will be right or right? Let it be always like this, so I am my justice right. We will, we'll let the suffer be. Until, still on the paradise. We will, we'll let the suffer be. Until, still on the paradise. We've got to get this straight. We've got to get this. We've got to get this straight. Get all the fucking atmosphere to these bands as well. It's not just guitars, it's bringing in the atmosphere as well.
Shut down and listen to our right. Now will lead the right. This night that we will never say. The right will lead the right. We lead the right. We'll lead the right.
Great energy in this band. Yeah. Very cool. Super nice. Man, I can't say enough good things about these modern, fresh, latest generation metalcore type bands. I think they need a new name for it, because metalcore nowadays comes with a certain kind of stigma. It's people expect certain things when you say metalcore, and these guys aren't offering what you generally expect from metalcore. So I think it needs a new name. New metalcore is going about, but I would like to just see a fresh name coming out for this stuff, because it's not even really that core. You know, there's some hardcore elements in there, but it's not really a core genre in my opinion. It's metal. It's just fresh modern metal is really all you can say. But it's got so much going on. It sounds so dope. The modern mix just absolutely kills with it as well. You can hear all the elements of the band, and the band's let everyone within the band have a section. We've had dropping down to just the bass sections. You can always hear the bass in the mix. The drummers have their own space and are all sick and wanting to show off with blast beats and sick stuff on the drums. Vocalists are heavy as hell and sound great. And the guitarists, man, they're just absolutely killing it with these new guitar tones and the new riffs that these guitar tones have let them, kind of make. It's a freshness. You know, it's not just power chords and kind of standard riffiness. It's really different and dope and genty and bendy and groovy, and there's a bounce to it. You can get in the pocket with it. The drummer can do loads of stuff with it as well. He can accent along with the guitars or do his own beat and stuff like that. There's so much going on in these bands, and then they break out into atmospheric edges. There's always atmospheric edges going on, even in the heavier sections as well. Cool kind of digital splicing and cutting it up and really tight gates and things like that. Bringing in the samples and the aim and breaks and things like that. Man, as I say, couldn't say enough good things about this fresh style of music. I think it's absolutely sick, and it sounds so amazing through the mix as well. It's just heavy. I mean, if you're a youngster now, the metal sounds as heavy as it ever has. If you go back looking for heavier bands than what are on offer today, you won't find them. Even if they were playing heavier riffs and stuff back in the day, because the mixes weren't as loud and punchy and killer, they won't sound as heavy. You know, they need to be remixed and remastered to sound as heavy as they do today. So man, the youngsters are just absolutely killing it. Absolutely fair play to them. There was a period there at the late kind of 2010s where I was starting to think metalcore and the fresh stuff that was coming out was really boring and wasn't going anywhere. The last 2 or 3 years, really pricked my ears up, and it seems that there's a fresh wave just coming through right now, and I'm really on board with it, riding the crest, loving it. Very, very dope. Now, one thing I just want to mention quickly in this last one, I'll see if I can get it on the screen. We can quickly see the dude. But basically, here he is. This is a bad picture of him. This guy, I'm pretty sure, is playing a baritone jazz master, right? And the reason I'm going to mention this is because that is a sick guitar to play this kind of music on, because it's a baritone and it uses the P90 pickups, although the original Fender has got Jazzmaster pickups in it. You know, there's single coil, it's got a twanginess to it, but because it's baritone and you put big thick strings on it, you can get that boom. It really sounds dope. It cuts through the mix with a real sharpness because of the pickups and stuff. Well, if you wanted one of those guitars, and I've wanted one of these guitars, tough shit, because they don't make them anymore. They're not going to make them anymore. And if you want to get hold of one, they're at least 2,000, whatever it is you want to pay, whatever currency you are. It's 2,000 whatever. But Harley Benton, and I've never played a Harley Benton. I know they are very kind of lower end in terms of price guitars, and you won't get super high quality hardware and stuff on them. But in terms of the body and everything, I think they are fine. You can just kind of upgrade the hardware if you want to. Well, they're doing an exact replica of the Fender Jazzmaster baritone in the black with a nice white inlay as well, for less than 200, whatever currency you are. It's less than $200, 200 euros, or 200 pounds. I'm going to pick one up. They've already sold out. So you got to kind of wait for the next wave to be made, which is going to be a couple of months. But I'm thinking I'm going to treat myself to one of those for Christmas, because that is a guitar that opens up a whole different style of playing guitar and guitar tones, and things you can do, and these bands are showing that. So if you've always wanted one of those baritone jazz masters and you haven't got $2,000, or you're just never going to get hold of one anyway, look on the Thomann website. You can pick one up for less than 200. It sounds dope. Look at the videos that are out on the internet. It sounds pretty much like 95% the same as the original. You might need to upgrade the tuning pegs and things, so I think they are really cheap on it. But man, I'm going to probably buy one of those. So there's a little advert for Harley Benton, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. But yeah, that guitar looks sick. And if you want to be making this kind of music, you probably want to get hold of one, especially at that price as well. Although I think they're probably just going to be sold out permanently, and you'll have to get, pre-order one, because everyone wants one of those guitars because they want to be playing this kind of music. Sick. Hope you have a good one today, guys. Hope you've had a good week. I'm really cheered up after checking out these bands, because I think they're absolutely sick, and I'm going to be checking out, this modern stuff way more often on the channel now, not just only death and black and all the rest of stuff that I know I already like. This stuff is really nice, really fresh, and I just love to be on board with the freshest stuff. So there you go. Hope you have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday for the Monday grind. Cheers. Bye.